To refrain from all evil, to do good to one's utmost, and to purify one's mind. This practice is the fundamental principle of Buddhism.
Kalodaihi, my senior counselor, ever since I first heard that my son had attained enlightenment and become the Buddha, I've been wishing to meet him. 9 times I've sent a counselor, each time accompanied with a retinue of 999 subjects, to invite the Buddha to come to Kapilavatthu. Each time, the party of 1,000 has disappeared without a trace. That's 9,000 subjects I've sent and heard nothing in return. Well, Kaludai, since you are my senior counselor and have been close friends with my son since childhood, I must send you with your retinue to seek out the Buddha at Vulavanu Monastery and invite him one more time. Surely you will succeed in this.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will do my best to bring the Lord Buddha back to the city of Kapilavatthu. And with your permission, I would also like to request ordination from the Lord Buddha on this occasion.
I give you my permission, Counselor Kalodai. Please make your journey as quickly as possible. I'll be waiting to hear news from you.
Each of you should diligently train yourselves thus. I will not grasp at the internal sense fields of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. I will not grasp at the external sense fields of form, sound, smell, taste, bodily contact, and mental objects. I will not grasp at contact between the internal and external sense fields. I will not grasp at feelings. I will not cling to the 5 aggregates of the body: feeling, perception, thoughts, and consciousness. I will not cling to this world or the next. When I cease clinging to all that I've seen, heard, known, felt, sought, and imagined, all feelings of attachment to these will also cease. Listen, all of you. A person's heart may be purified through consistently applied efforts in practice, through wisdom, through Dharma, and through morality, not by means of one's class, family, or property.
Lord Buddha, summer begins tomorrow. All the farmers have harvested their crops. The path to the city of Kapilavatthu is open and suitable for travel. Your father has a strong wish to meet with you and your disciples. Please, out of compassion, travel to the city of Kapilavatthu and teach Dharma to your father. Please teach Dharma to your relatives there.
I accept your invitation, Kaludai. Please inform the bhikkhus so that they can prepare themselves for travel.
The road from Rajagaha to Kapilavatthu is 60 leagues. The Lord Buddha, along with 20,000 disciples, will travel 1 league per day. In 60 days, they will arrive at Kapilavatthu city.
My relatives chose this banyan grove to build Nigrota Monastery as an offering to the Buddha. It's been 60 days since Venerable Kaludai sent news of the Buddha's departure from Rajagaha city. My relatives are waiting here to greet him.
The Lord Buddha and 20,000 bhikkhus have arrived, Your Highness.
The Lord Buddha's relatives are clinging to the view that the Buddha is junior to them because he is younger in age. They've positioned their young princes in front of themselves so that they won't have to pay their respects.
When my son was newly born, and Asita the hermit bowed to him, at that time I also paid homage for the first time. 7 years later, during the royal plowing ceremony, my son sat in meditation, and the rose apple tree shaded him throughout the afternoon, its shadow not shifting with the course of the sun. Witnessing this, I paid respects to my son for the second time. Now on this occasion, a truly wonderful marvel has appeared. May I take this opportunity to express my veneration for the third time.
This is Pokaravasa, the red rain. Unlike ordinary rain, it soaks only those who wish to be soaked by it. For those who wish to remain dry, every drop will roll right off, just like water drops roll off of a lotus leaf. My father and relatives, this is not the first time this red rain has fallen upon such an assembly of relations. In the past, when I was born as Vesantara, Pokaravasa also rained down on a congregation of myself and my relatives. Listen, all of you. Whoever upholds morality will have happiness in this world and the next. Whoever upholds morality will be blessed with riches and good fortune. Whoever upholds morality has an unobstructed path to nirvana. Therefore, may you all uphold the purity of morality.
My son, why do you bring shame to me by going around collecting alms of rice and food in this manner? You are of royal lineage, an heir to my throne. Or are you of the opinion that I cannot afford to provide you or your disciples with enough food myself?
Father, at the moment of my enlightenment, I departed from the Sakyan royal family lineage and was established in the lineage of awakened Buddhas. My going for alms round is in accordance with the tradition of all Buddhas. The Venerable Sangha also practiced this Buddhist convention. Father, please pay attention to this teaching. When a person clings to and indulges in form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and sense consciousness, that person is bound by the snare of Mara and burdened with the whole mass of suffering. When such a person doesn't cling or indulge in these, that person is freed from the snare of Mara and released from the whole mass of suffering.
Please, may I invite you and all your disciples to receive alms food in the royal palace tomorrow morning. In the 3 days since your arrival in the palace, myself and Queen Mahabhajapati have listened to your teachings and developed in the Dharma more and more each day. However, Bimba, who was your wife, has not yet emerged from her room to approach you. She has stayed right there the whole time, immersed in misery. I would like to invite you to please go and speak to her, so that she also may benefit from your teaching.
Father, I will go to teach Bimba, taking Venerable Moggallana and Venerable Sariputta, my left and right-hand disciples, with me.
Why have you been so unkind to me, your wife? When you left for the holy life, you left in silence. Did I do something wrong to make you leave that way? If I did something wrong, then what was the fault of Rahula, born that very day, that you had to leave him bereft of a father?
Bimba, don't be so melancholy. What I did was to help you and all beings, that you might have a chance to know the way out of suffering. Bimba, we were born in this world for making merit together, as we have for many lifetimes. Now is the time to reflect on those births and lifetimes according to the truth as follows. I am of the nature to age. I have not gone beyond aging. I am of the nature to sicken. I have not gone beyond sickness. I am of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond dying. All that is mine, beloved and pleasing, will become otherwise, will become separated from me. I am the owner of my karma, heir to my karma, born of my karma, abide supported by my karma. Whatever karma I shall do, for good or for ill, of that I will be the heir.
My mother tells me that you have great treasures, you have great wealth. But since ordaining, you have no desire for royal wealth. As your royal successor, I wish to request my inheritance, which is mine by right.
External treasures bind one to the round of death and rebirth on the wheel of samsara. Better to give the noble treasure, that is, the most excellent internal treasure, instead of worldly wealth. Rahula, I have the most excellent noble treasure to offer you. Sariputta, release Rahula from worldly suffering and bestow him with noble treasure by ordaining him a Samanera. Rahula, from this point on, you are a Samanera Rahula.
Oh, when Siddhartha left the palace and sought Buddhahood, I expected that Nanda would remain to inherit the throne. But then the Buddha took Nanda off to ordain. That left only my grandson, Rahula, who might succeed me. Then the Buddha ordained Rahula as well. If I don't do something, soon the whole Sakyan clan may go forth. I must quickly go to the Nigrota monastery and plead with the Buddha. Please, Lord Buddha, from this point on, should any householder's son wish to ordain, in the Buddha's dispensation, if his parents don't give their consent, please don't give the ordination.
Father, I agree to your request. Tomorrow I will leave, together with the Venerable Nanda, Samanera Rahula, and the Bhikkhu Sangha, for the Veluvana monastery in the city of Rajagaha. Nanda. Since you were first ordained, you have not been intent on the practice of Dhamma or the living of the holy life. All your thoughts are of returning to the household life.
My heart is constantly yearning for my wife, Janapada Kalyani. There's not a moment spent when I don't think of her.
Nanda, Come with me, and I'll show you things that you've never seen before. Nanda, those are Apasara goddesses in heaven. What do you think about them?
Every one of those Apsara goddesses is beautiful in face and form. I can think of nothing to compare them with. Even my wife, Janapada Kalyani, has not half their beauty.
Nanda, can you see that what you thought before to be exceedingly beautiful now pales in comparison to greater beauty?
Yes, Lord Buddha, I can see. From this point on, I'll make up my mind to practice the Dharma. I'll live the holy life without letting my heart be obsessed with Janapada Kalyani ever again. I've now seen for myself that there are countless goddesses in heaven, many times more beautiful than her. Nothing can ensnare a man's heart more tightly than a woman. Nothing can ensnare a woman's heart more tightly than a man. In truth, love is like a noose which binds one to obsession and infatuation. It brings one to birth and death in the world again and again, dragging one down into a mass of suffering.
That's right, Nanda. There is no pleasure equal to the peace that can be found within one's own heart. For as long as humans rush around seeking external distractions, they will never meet with genuine happiness. Nanda, when you release your clinging and view the whole world as empty, your heart will be free, open, expansive, radiant, and joyful.
Uttara.
Why did you send someone to ask for such a large sum of money from your father? I'm your husband. I would have given it to you myself. There was no need to bother your father.
Dear husband, since our marriage, I have had little opportunity to make merit. I wanted the money to buy food to offer to the Lord Buddha and his disciples. I asked my father for the money because he shares my faith in the Lord Buddha. It's not, you see, that I have no wish to accept your money, good husband.
In that case, let it be as you wish.
My intention is to prepare the food myself and invite the Lord Buddha and his disciples to receive food in our house for 15 days.
In that case, let it be as you wish.
And I am afraid that during that time, I will be unable to perform all my wifely duties.
In that case, let it be as you wish.
I've heard that here in Rajgir, there is a courtesan called Sirima, whose beauty is renowned throughout the city, although few men get to enjoy her charms because her fee is so high. For these 15 days, I am going to hire Sirima to take my place as your wife.
In that case, let it be, as you wish. Uttara, are you exhausted?
Oh, dear husband, Miss Sirima.
Look at her. Instead of letting others do the work, she's doing it all herself. Her face is dirty, her clothes are all soiled. She should be relaxing in a way fitting of her station, and instead she's finding ways of tiring herself out.
Look at him, how heedless and indulgent he is. He thinks he's so rich that he has no need to make merit? Ah, how very foolish he is.
Look at Uttara. She's looking at me with a smile of contempt. It's as if she's scolding me with her eyes. It's sickening. I'm not putting up with this. You, Uttara, look at me. You want to fight? Well, you're gonna get what you want.
Sirima, I owe you a debt of gratitude because you agreed to take over my place as wife temporarily, allowing me to fulfill my wish to make merit. No matter how you treat me, I will not become angry or vindictive.
Hey! Why is this boiling water unable to hurt her?
Hey! This prostitute is dared to attack our employer! Come on! Let's get her!
Yeah, let's get her! Come on, guys, let's go!
All of you, don't hurt her. Sirima is like a friend to whom I owe a debt of gratitude. I am not angry with her.
Uttara, I am a courtesan who you employed. I forgot myself and started imagining myself as your husband's wife, and so attacked you. But your heart is so noble. It is filled with loving kindness, and you have not shown me even the slightest amount of anger. I have wronged you. Please, forgive me.
Oh, get up, Sirima. If you want to ask for forgiveness, then you should ask it from the Lord Buddha, whom I revere above all others. Tomorrow I will have completed 15 days of offerings. Please, come and offer food and listen to the Dhamma with me.
A person should overcome anger with non-anger, overcome evil with goodness, overcome stinginess with generosity, overcome careless speech with words of truth. Those engrossed in worldly enjoyments, indulging in sense pleasures, intoxicated by wealth, social standing, extravagance, praise, rank, prestige, and power, cannot see the noble beauty of truth.
Oh, she's still so young and beautiful, too young to die.
The day this woman listened to a talk from the Buddha, she gave up her life as a courtesan and turned to making merit every day. But life is uncertain, and now, not much later on, she's dead.
Let's get down to work. It's already time to cremate the body.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't cremate her yet.
Well, why not?
The Buddha has requested King Bimbisara to order us to keep the body for 3 days. For 3 days!
Oh, whatever for?
When Sirima led her life as a courtesan, all the men in Rajgir were infatuated with her. Everyone wanted to sleep with her. Now she is dead. I would like to sell her to the highest price. I will start at the price she charged for her body during her lifetime, 1,000 kahapanas. Who wants to start the bidding?
Sirima's been dead for 3 days. Her corpse is starting to decay. Fluids are flowing out of her body. The smell of the corpse fills the whole cemetery. Somebody would have to be crazy to buy the body.
Hey! King Bimbisara is reducing the price to 900 kahapanas. 800! Ha ha! 800 kapanas for a rotten
700! Half the original price, and still no one is making a move!
100 kahapanas. If nobody is going to buy this corpse, then I will give it away for free.
It is the nature of all conditions to arise, persist for a while, and then pass away. Investigate the impermanence of all conditioned phenomena. The tears of beings wandering through samsara are beyond measure. The bones which are laid down upon this earth cover it without gaps. This is something that is truly sobering to know. One who is still attached to forms, sounds, tastes, odors, and physical sensations cannot find liberation from this world.
Sometime later, the Buddha went to stay in the Anupiya mango grove, the place where he had stayed overnight when he first went forth. Five Sakayan princes, Prince Badiya, Prince Anuradha, Prince Ananda, Prince Bagu, and Prince Kimbila, along with Kolian Prince Devadatta, and a barber named Upali, approached the Buddha and asked for ordination. The Buddha ordained Upali the barber first, followed by each of the 6 princes respectively. Not long after their ordination, Venerables Upali, Badiya, Anuruddha, Bagu, and Kimbila attained arahantship. Venerable Ananda, receiving instruction from Venerable Punamantaniputta, attained the fruition of stream entry. Venerable Devadatta achieved only the mundane attainments of various psychic powers. Later, the Sangha requested of Venerable Ananda that he act as the Buddha's personal attendant.
Venerable Ananda, the Sangha is in agreement that you would be suitable for the position of the Buddha's attendant. What are your feelings toward this?
O Lord and great teacher, I am ready to serve and attend to you. But please, may I make 8 requests of you? Very good, Ananda. Make your requests. My 8 requests are as follows. 1. May Lord Buddha not give me good quality robe cloth. 2. May the Lord Buddha not give me good quality alms food. 3. May the Lord Buddha not have me stay in the same dwelling as himself. 4. May the Lord Buddha not have me accompany him on meal invitations. 5. May the Lord Buddha attend all invitations that I accept on his behalf. 6. When visitors come a long way to seek an invitation, may I have permission to take them to see the Buddha straight away. 7. May I be granted permission to ask questions of the Lord Buddha whenever I am in doubt. 8. On whatever occasion the Buddha gives a teaching of the Dharma, with myself not present, may he repeat it to me afterwards. Very good, Ananda. I consent to your requests.
I am from the royal clan. Why are the laity respectful and devoted to other monks and not to me? Ah, Prince Ajatasattu, son of King Bimbisara of Rajagaha. He is still young, doesn't yet know right from wrong. I'll display my supernatural powers and gain the devotion of the young prince. Then whatever I may wish for, he'll find a way to get it for me. Ha 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 ha!
Sir! Sir! Who are you? What do you want with me? Don't harm me! Soldiers!
Wait! Prince Ajatasattu, don't be frightened.
Venerable sir! Venerable sir! How do you know me?
Oh, Prince, look at me!
Venerable sir!
My name is Venerable Devadatta. I wish you no harm. I am here to help you.
To help me? To help me with what?
You will know when the time comes. Farewell for now.
Just a moment.
I displayed my supernatural powers, and Prince Ajatasattu gained great faith in me. Now, whatever I may wish for, he gives to me. What a suitable leader I would be for the Sangha. Lord, you are now getting very old. It's time for you to lay your duties down. I request the burden of leading the Sangha. Please make the matter known to all the bhikkhus. From now on, I'll take over your teaching responsibilities.
Absolutely not, Devata.
But Lord! The Buddha humiliated me in front of all the monks. Then he enacted the Pakasaniya Kama, preventing the other monks from speaking to me or meeting with me. From this point on, I'll set my mind on bringing him to destruction. He can't do this. He can't do this to me. Your Royal Highness, please think it over. Even though you have now inherited the throne as you've wished, you must still execute your royal father. Should he change his mind and wish to take his throne back, he would be sure to kill you. Therefore, you must act first without warning.
That could be arranged. I'll keep him imprisoned until his life comes to an end.
It's your decision, Your Royal Highness. I've tried to take his life 3 times, but in vain. It's time to try my last resort. I have to pretend to be strict in Dhamma Vinaya, so that all the bhikkhus will become my disciples. In order that the bhikkhus in the Buddha's dispensation may inspire greater faith of the lay people, may I request that the Buddha approve the following 5 rules to establish strict practice guidelines for all monks. Number 1, a bhikkhu must live only in the forest, not in a town or village. Number 2, a bhikkhu must live only on food given on alms round. Meal invitations are not to be accepted. Number 3, a bhikkhu must wear only rag robes. He must not accept an offering of new robes. Number 4, a bhikkhu must live only at the foot of a tree, not in a man-made construction. Number 5, a bhikkhu must not eat any kind of meat. Should any bhikkhu break any of these rules, he must face punishment. What does the Lord think about these rules?
Devata, I deny my permission. This Dhamma Vinaya is not slack in its rules. What you are asking for would create inconvenience for all bhikkhus in terms of maintaining their livelihood. Let all these observances be voluntary. As for the rule against eating meat, I allow meat which is pure in 3 aspects, not seen, heard, or suspected, to have been killed specifically for the sake of oneself.
My bhikkhus, who do you think is superior? My rules are stricter, aren't they? Whoever agrees should come and live with me.
Devata, don't do this. Breaking up the Bhikkhu Sangha is a very heavy, evil karma.
From this day on, I am no longer your disciple. I'll be carrying out formal acts of the community only with my own monks. Whoever agrees, follow me.
Devadatta, can't you see that you're not a suitable leader for the Bhikkhu Sangha?
Gokalika, what are you saying?
What am I saying? What am I saying? Just now, Buddha's left and right-hand disciples, Venerables Moggallana and Sariputta, came to give teachings and instruction to your disciples. Having listened, almost all of your disciples followed the 2 Venerables back to Jetavana Monastery. Only a few of your most foolish and ignorant followers remain.
Gokalika, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Impossible. Impossible. Is that all the strict forest monk can say?
Gokalika, you!
You are a fake. You're wearing the yellow robe only for the sake of gain and honor. You are boastful and conceited even to the point of competing with the Lord Buddha. I have no wish to stay with you any longer.
Gokalika, come back here now! Gokalika! I've been seriously ill with no improvement for a long time. It must be because of my offensive and injurious behavior towards the Buddha. But in return, the Buddha has nothing but loving kindness toward me, expressing not even the slightest ill will or resentment. Now, coming to the end of my life, I'd like to seek out the Lord Buddha in order to ask for his forgiveness. Monks, be quick and take me to Jetavana Monastery. We're getting close to Jetavana Monastery. Stop for a while so that I can bathe myself before entering into the presence of the Lord Buddha. In knowledge and conduct, Great One, teacher of gods and humans, I leave my chin bone as an offering to the Buddha, and I take the Lord Buddha as my refuge forever. I take the Lord Buddha as my refuge forever.
Venerable Devadatta has performed gravely serious evil karma. Even coming so close to Jetavana Monastery, he still was unable to catch a glimpse of the Lord Buddha. Rather, he was swallowed up by the earth and sank down into hell. And I myself cooperated with him in committing a tremendous many evil deeds. I can't sleep at night. Dr. Shivaka, what should I do?
Your humble servant thinks that your highness should go and approach the Lord Buddha in order to pay your respects and to ask for his forgiveness.
You are right. Let us go together to pay our respects to the Buddha. O Lord, I was duped into believing what Venerable Devadatta said. I thereby committed gravely serious wrong actions which affected the Buddha. I now realize my mistake. Please, may I beg your pardon? Please forgive me. I promise I will never do unwholesome deeds like that again. Your Majesty, it is a timeless law that in this world, hatred can only ever be appeased by non-hatred. One who associates with fools is doomed to sorrow for a long time. One who is perfect in morality shines like a bright flame. One with mindfulness is happy and grows in the Dhamma at every moment. If a king rules with Dhamma, all his citizens will be happy. Bhikkhus, all conditioned things are of the nature to arise, persist for a while, and then pass away. Therefore, we should consider such things as impermanent, uncertain, unreliable. The tears of beings who wander from birth to death on the wheel of samsara are countless. Their corpses pile up to cover every inch of the earth. It's such an enormous pity, and worthy of sadness. Those who cling to attachment to the forms, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches of this world have not the slightest chance of ever going beyond it.
I declare myself as a Buddhist lay practitioner and take the Triple Gem as my refuge for the rest of my life.
The king has no alternative but to receive the heavy results of his terrible deed, murdering his own father. The perfect vision of the Dhamma, therefore, does not arise in him here.